I would tell actually how the heartbreak look like. For example, you just take your heart out, right? It is out now, but it's somehow linked. That wire is kind of linked to my body and everything. I mean, everything is linked. And now I'm gonna peel this heart like an onion. All right. So now you kind of feel the pain. It's like, whoa. You just imagine it, that I'm peeling my heart, and then you feel that pain. That's the same pain a man would suffer while going through the heartbreak. I would absolutely have my solid opinion that man suffered more from the heartbreak than any women, because men have no support. Like if there is a girl just recently had a heartbreak, what she can do? Anything, post a sad reel on Instagram, shared on her story, boom, you see 100 men alike there providing shoulder. What do you need? Are you okay? That guy was a fucker. You deserve better. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that, man? You deserve better. You fucking deserve better. If she deserved better, when, I don't know why at the first time she just choose that man. There might be some problem again, whatever. I don't want to discuss, but the fact is, the point that I want to make here is that for a man, it's a lonely world. Whether you're gonna see from the societal expectation, or from the like health funding, or from anywhere. I was suggesting, like, yeah, I would tell you about this like, if how many men that you have walked, actually watched while you coming home. You see the guys are mostly in number of the homelessness. Like literally, they are more homelessness than the women. So they don't have a fucking home. Women don't have either, but they are in the smaller number. The men's are in the larger number. How many health funding that we actually put for the man's life? How many prostate cancer that you are putting your money for? Oh no, but you really putting your money more for the like breast cancer. Great. I mean, it's a great thing. Like you put your fucking money, but why there is no why there is no sense of concern for the man's health? Why the suicide rate of the men's is absolutely crazy. I was studying about the fact. Wait, I would just show you, man. I would fucking show you. This thing is not working. Yeah.
Accessibility shortcuts.
Fuck off. In 2021, the suicide rate among the male was 4 times higher, 22.8% out of 100,000 men. That's crazy. Then among the females, 5.7% out of 100,000. So clearly it's stating the fact that the men's was 4 times higher. The suicide rate was 4 times higher. That's like crazy, man. In from like every 100,000 men, there is like 22.8 are taking like their life out. That's a little boom. So if somebody is literally suiciding, clearing their life out of the planet, or do you understand the pain that the person is facing? What sort of is? It's like absolutely, you don't understand the mind that you go through that, like, you go through that pain. That's like absolutely crazy. I would say I don't have a vocabulary at this point, but that is terribly dangerous because for a man, it's like they have to do a lot of shit. Like society is not for them. Family just turn against them once they're not providing, and nobody cares about men. Nobody fucking care about men. Nobody fucking care. Nobody cares, man. So that's the fact. So in order to, I don't want to complain. I don't want you to have that complaining mindset and setting as an excuse. You don't need any help at this point, but because I would tell you, all you gotta do is, if you're having a heartbreak, you have to understand it. You're not gonna ditch that fucking pain and numb that heart pain. You have to use it, because any pain is a fucking energy. And anything, Nikola Tesla once mentioned, anything, if you want to understand anything, it was related to the universe or anything. If you want to understand anything, then you have to think in terms of vibration, frequency, and energy. So why don't you fucking think that way? If you're feeling that pain, then eventually it means that it's like coming out like a fire inside your body, and all you do is cry, and you convert that energy into tears, and then you would just like sit and fucking put the music and just listen and you watch the old photos and everything, and then boom, you just go and back to her, like, social media, and just try to stalk at her. That's fucked up. Don't do that, man. Just delete everything. Delete fucking everything. Have a solid mindset that she doesn't matter to you. She doesn't matter to you. All it matters is yourself. That pain is telling you that you are alive, that you have a purpose, you can do shit, and you can transform this pain to something more important. When you have a real hit of the pain from the life itself, then you realize that this pain was so irrelevant. Tomorrow you will find out that your mom is diagnosed with the cancer stage 4. What you would do, you would have a time to reflect on your pain, or you would have a time to collect the fucking money so you can save your mother. Or the next day, then you find that there's a flood coming. Like this fucking raining since week, and now your house is flooding. It's cracking. It's about to boom. It's about to sail off. What you gonna do? You have a time to collect or make a boat, or you just make a very firm decision. Are you thinking about that? Oh, I had a heartbreak. I know it's hard. I know fucking it's hard. Every man on the planet Earth need heartbreak, I would say. You need a heartbreak. You need a heartbreak to be a strong, powerful man. You need to transform that energy so you can become absolutely a mountain. You become a man of power. You become a man of it doesn't mean that you would truly turn cold, but you definitely have to turn cold at so many level of your life. There's so many bigger problems that are there, but rather than crying about somebody who doesn't give a fuck about you, she doesn't give a fuck about you, man. I think the girls move on more quickly. That's very, based on my understanding, I think that's very true. They just move on quickly. I mean, the one who like whatever they say, I don't want to agree with that, and they have their opinion. You have your different life. You're a different being than me, so keep your opinion and rather choose your life to argue something that is more important. But I'm here talking to on behalf of all the men that you have a bigger duty, you have a bigger goal to provide for your family. There is no time to cry. There is no time to shut your fucking door and listen to sad music and watching the sad anything that is kind of, numbing your pain and making you more weak, which you are not, because you are capable of everything that is this planet is providing you. The God made you, and he gave you all those pains so you can become absolutely a disaster. You can become a monster. You can become what the family need. You can become what your cells and what your heart is pumping for. You can become you, and then you can become only you once you're going to do the things that are required in order to sail through this life. You have no time to cry. You have no time to complain. You have no time. I mean, I would say no time. Once you're doing all the things that are required in order to become a more powerful person, then you eventually have no time. So again, there was this, study that I reflected that, there was suicide rate for a man is more higher. I would still say that those men were weak. Absolutely, that is correct. No matter how the pain, no matter how much you feel the pain, suicide is just never the way. It's just not the way, man. You don't end your life. It's simply clearing the fact that they gave up. Maybe the decision absolutely horrible, so much horrible that I can't even imagine that lead them to, go through this pain. But again, you have to understand that suicide is not the way, guys. So it will never be the way. Rather than, you can build yourself, start from the very basic, organize yourself and start worrying about that girl that she left you and everything. Now she just it doesn't matter, man. Now you have to become 100% better rather than proving her. She doesn't matter. She's irrelevant. She's gone. Boom. It's your life. And you have to become 100%. You have to do things. You have to be financially. I would say every man on this planet have a goal of become a millionaire. That's the goal. That should be the goal. And do something for this community. Something for this civilization. I mean, there might be some guy who need a fucking help. So you would be that man that would help, right? Rather than be the man that I already discussed in my I think my last of one of my video that it's man versus man, and that's very true. I don't want to keep this video very kind of I don't want to stretch it to all the way to the further. I think it's quite a long right at this point. Nobody's watching, but who cares? I wanted to discuss is that heartbreak is kind of break you, but it's your duty to fix yourself and become absolutely strong, powerful person. And don't do the suicide shit and have no time for complaining. Actually, there's no time for complaining, but rather using that energy and fueling yourself for something else, because this energy won't come again. It might come again if you're still a loser, It was still, but eventually it would either turn you to something a shit piece of jerk, like a playboy or something. Because the next heartbreak you would feel some sort of pain, but in the third one you don't feel any pain, and then you just like, you kind of ruining the heart of beautiful angelic girls, I would say. And then that won't be a good, that won't be a fucking good. So if God is giving you a pain, then eventually it want to fix you, that you need to find the purpose, you need to find the guided path, and you have to go on it, and just like become absolute master. And there's no way to become an ordinary person. There's no way to crying about that girl. There's no way to waiting for that chick. There was this guy who was actually, a few days back, I was talking about it. He said that, I was loving that girl for, I don't know, quite some time, and they're not together at this point, but he's just still missing her. Like at this point, he's missing her since 4 years. I mean, they are separated. The gap is 4 years, and he's missing her for 4 or 5, 6 years. I don't know, maybe 4 or 6. But the fact is, this guy is literally missing her. What's the point, man? What's the fucking point? In that 4 years, how much things have happened in her life?